Everybody, welcome back to the family channel.
Hi!
We hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. Today we are reacting to the Green Beret who was a secret spy for Russia. And Kat actually chose this video. It was on the recommended page and you thought it would be pretty interesting, no?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're going to be checking it out. I thought it sounded pretty interesting, to be honest with you. I think I'd make a rotten spy. I would not be a good spy at all, would you?
I don't think so.
I'm terrible with
First of all,
secrets.
I think I would be very bad at secret, and I think they would suss me out straight away.
Yeah, I think I'd get too nervous.
Yes.
Be like,
Yeah.
just anywhere.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty useless. Anyway, before we get into today's video, if you guys haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's check out this Green Beret who was a secret spy for Russia.
In the secretive world of espionage, the story of Peter Devins is an interesting enigma. Starting as a Minnesota University student with aspirations of positive change, he eventually evolved into a spy working against his own country. Peter Devins was born in 1975 and raised in Minnesota. Despite his Midwestern birth, Devins developed an interest in Russia, partly due to his mother's heritage. Devins' mom was actually born in the Soviet Union, and he couldn't resist his grandma's fascinating stories about life back
That's
in
still insane to me, the amount of soldiers. When you see stuff like that from that long ago.
the Union,
What's
and he
your-
couldn't resist his grandma's
Yeah.
That's mental. That is crazy.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Russia is huge.
Yeah, I suppose this was probably during World War II or just before it.
fascinating stories about life back in the day. So
Well, that image
he
anyway.
decided to dive into international relations and the Russian language, all in a bid to get in touch with his family's roots. In 1996, he went to Russia as part of a study abroad program, like many students do. The GRU, Russia's military intelligence, noticed him but didn't put in much effort to recruit or handle him. In the early years of their connection, Devins decided to go for a career in the U.S. military, and he joined the University of Minnesota's Reserve Officers Training Corps. After that, things got more interesting. During one of his study trips to Western Russia, he fell in love, and in no time, got engaged to a Russian woman who happened to be the daughter of a Russian Air Force colonel. Amid the backdrop of the Cold
Typical. Fall in love, become a traitor.
I'm a spy.
War, Devins found himself in the crosshairs of Moscow's military intelligence. They opted to assess the allegiances of this 21-year-old American who was romantically involved with a Russian. The GRU extended an invitation to Devins for a meeting, which unfolded as an enjoyable dinner and drinks at a hotel. Later on, they offered some gifts in exchange for U.S. defense secrets, a bottle of cognac, a grand in cash, and even a full Russian military uniform. If Devins ever found himself in a pinch and needed to reach his handlers urgently, all he had to do was to send a postcard under his new code name, which was Ikar Lesnikov, along with the message Happy Victory Day or Happy Mother's Day. He couldn't resist the allure of the GRU's attention,
Hold
and
on.
on a later trip to
They bribed him with a bottle of cognac,
Yeah.
$1,000, and a military uniform.
It's a bit silly, that he went for it.
He can't. You gotta.
Maybe he was scared. So
Maybe
he kind of
it was.
had to do it.
Yeah, but still, surely when he got back to America, he could have said, "Hey, listen, this is what's happened."
see his fiancée, he made things official by signing a written promise to serve Russia under his secret name and proudly called himself a faithful son of Russia. For whatever motivations drove him, Devins had become a secret asset for the Kremlin, a covert operative, ready to infiltrate deep into the heart of American society. Fast forward to 1999, Devins had tied the knot and was serving as a U.S. Army lieutenant stationed in South Korea. He was feeding Russia information about his mission, his unit size, and their gear. But his handlers weren't content. The GRU urged him to set his sights higher. In just 5 years, Devins had risen through the ranks to become a captain within the U.S. Special Forces, part of the legendary Green Beret community.
So he was a good soldier. He went through the ranks to become a captain, and he's just throwing it all
Why
away.
would you do that?
Flippin' idiot, man.
His current posting now in Germany, where he had access to some seriously classified information. However, he made a grave mistake. Debbins messed up when he brought his wife along on a mission to Azerbaijan, a former Soviet country. To make matters worse, he let his wife use his official U.S. government phone. These security slip-ups got him an honorable discharge in 2005. Fuming over how his military career had gone sour, Debbins spilled the beans to the Russian intelligence about what the Green Berets were up to in Europe. He not only spilled operational secrets, but also dished out names, pointing out special ops soldiers who had useful info and those who might be on Russia's side. This betrayal left his U.S. comrades in disbelief. Whether Debbins turned his back on his country due to anger, a desire for revenge, or simply his affection for Russia, which in the world of spies often involves a mix of motives. He was no longer interested in discussing ideology. At this stage, money was what he craved. He went to the GRU and proposed setting up a business deal in Russia, but his handlers had a different plan in mind. They wanted Debbins to cozy up to Washington's intelligence circles as a private contractor. Oddly enough,
The thing is with that, like the way he was giving names and that, it's not just secrets, it's lives,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's like people's lives. It's
His court documents only go as far as the 15 years leading up to January 2011, even though Debbins went on to have quite an impressive run in the private intelligence world. He had top secret clearance from at least 2014 to 2019. He always made sure he was in a prime position to offer first-hand knowledge on a wide range of subjects, from signals intelligence and chemical and biological weapons to nuclear weapons. He spent 4 years as a defense contractor, where he was involved in developing a cyber platform for Army counterintelligence. Along the way, he also worked as an analyst at the National Security Agency, shared insights on Russia through lectures, and eventually became a specialist in hybrid warfare, a strategy that blends conventional military tactics with sneaky tactics, like spreading fake news. Debbins' downfall occurred due to a blunder he made during a routine interview and polygraph test for the renewal of his security clearance in 2019. Afterwards, he admitted to
Flippin' heck,
espionage
they have to take a
activity.
polygraph test. Do you know they're not admissible in court?
No?
No, I watch a lot of those like interrogations and that. And they'll offer. They a lot of the time they'll be like, "Are you willing to take a polygraph?" And like the suspect
Yeah.
and that can say no. But even if you say yes and you fail it, it's not admissible in court.
How did he get back, though? Like,
I don't know. He's not a stupid bloke though, is he?
no, because he got sacked from the army.
Yeah, but then he went into the private sector, and it was an honourable discharge, wasn't it? Not dishonourable. So who knows?
These during his whole time in the U.S. military. He claims, however, that he discontinued these activities once he transitioned to a private contractor role with access to top secret intelligence. As per the prosecutors, Debbins might have started spying for ideological reasons, but he soon shifted his focus to making money. Debbins willingly put his country's security and the safety of his teammates on the line, all in the name of cash and a grudge. On November 18th, 2020, Debbins entered a guilty plea in federal court in Alexandria, Virginia, acknowledging one count of conspiracy to commit espionage, an offense that could result in a maximum penalty of life in prison.
Wow.
When looking back on his decisions, Debbins admitted to U.S. prosecutors that he had this big idea of being a savior in Russia, thinking it could help free them from their harsh government. So he
Yeah,
was
right.
pretty chuffed when they reached out to him. In May 2021, Debbins found himself sentenced to over 15 years in prison after a 25-year journey.
That's
Okay.
not a long enough term. He should be banged up for life, no?
because like he could have caused a lot of like.
Well, God knows how many deaths and that he
Yeah.
caused.
encompassed being a Green Beret officer, a private contractor, and Kremlin spy
What a
with a
waste.
hand in shaping U.S. security. But let us know what you think in the comment section below.
Like,
If you found
Well,
really, you
betray your whole country.
for bottles of cognac?
I think afterwards he was probably earning some decent money.
Yeah, he must have,
But still, what a knobhead. I don't think 15 years was nearly enough. Like,
yeah, you know, it's kind of like really stupid because like his mom was Russian, so obviously she had to get visa in America, you know, and the country kind of like
That's a great point, actually.
took them on, you know, and then he betrays them, like.
That's a great point. Like, why did his mum leave Russia if it was such a...
Yeah.
That's a great point, actually. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, let us know what you think down in the comments, and if you know any more on the story, because I don't know. I thought he would have been sentenced a lot more harshly.
Yeah.
I thought they would have given him, like, locked him away and thrown away the key.
Yeah, because he was giving out a lot of information. So
Yeah, on everything. Like, not even just a few things.
and only 15 years, that's nothing.
Yeah. Well, he did it for longer. So.
And twice, like he.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. I'm going to open these windows now because I feel like I'm boiling.
Yeah.
It is so hot. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you in
Next video.
Bye.
Bye.